On a yearly basis, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense sets one of the higher floors in the NFL. While the other side of the ball has recently limited the ceiling, one can always count on Teryl Austin's group to deliver. One member of that committee, however, struggled in 2023. Luckily for Pittsburgh, he came roaring back with a great 2024 campaign. As a result, Cameron Heyward is once again viewed as a top 10 defensive tackle in all of football. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler has revealed the results of his annual league survey. After polling coaches, scouts, and executives, Fowler reports that Heyward rose from a 2024 honorable mention to the number 10 ranked tackle ahead of the 2025 season. Good health helped Cameron Heyward fight off Father Time in 2024. One simple thing contributed to Heyward's year-over-year improvement. It was just a matter of him getting back on the field full-time and making the most of those reps. He was healthier, an AFC executive said per Fowler. Got past the nagging injuries from 2023 and performed back up to his standard. He's been good for a long time. Indeed, Heyward looked like a more functional player last year. In 2023, he nursed an early-season groin injury and just didn't have the same explosiveness upon his return. He also entered concussion protocol late in the year, although that didn't cause him to miss games. Last season, the seven-time Pro Bowler played in all 17 regular season contests and logged 778 snaps on defense. That was good for 71% of those available. In those opportunities, Heyward came through in a major way. In addition to 71 tackles, 12 for loss, he had 20 quarterback hits, 11 passes defended, and 8 sacks. According to Pro Football Focus, he had top 5 rankings in overall grade, 1st, pass rush grade, 3rd, and run defense grade, 4th. It's no surprise that being a first-team All-Pro led to Heyward bouncing back in the eyes of intelligent football minds. Steelers' defensive line destined for continued greatness this season. Sure, the buzz surrounding a new-look offense is deserved. The trio of quarterback Aaron Rodgers, wideout DK Metcalf, and tight end Jonnu Smith should be exciting. With that said, the offense may have some variance. The defense, on the other hand, likely won't. That's because of what Heyward and company bring to the table on a weekly basis. Players like Heyward, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and even rookie Derek Harmon are projected to turn in good 2025 seasons. PFF itself recently ranked the Steelers' defensive line as the top group in the sport. There's not only a defined role for several players, but most of them execute at a high level within the system. Even if Harmon struggles, for instance, it won't derail the pass rush. Of course, it'd be unfair to not acknowledge the specific downside of Heyward. Entering year 15 in the NFL, he's 36 years old. The next oldest player in Fowler's rankings, Leonard Williams of the Seattle Seahawks, is only 31. Given Heyward's combination of age, workload, and not-so-distant injury history, it wouldn't shock anyone if he finally fell victim to Father Time. Some would actually anticipate that, which is reasonable. But until then, number 97 is getting some well-deserved flowers for responding to adversity. In an attempt to improve the roster, Pittsburgh Steelers general manager Omar Khan has made a number of moves this offseason. Khan attempted to upgrade the secondary earlier this offseason with a trade for Philadelphia Eagles cornerback Darius Slay Jr. Now, we find out he may have arrived with an injury concern. NFL insider Adam Kaplan appeared on Fox Sports Radio to discuss Slay's knee injury that dates back to 2023. As I'm told, one of his knees is a concern, Kaplan said. He actually had arthroscopic surgery on it late in 2023. He's got great length, and he was super fast coming out of Mississippi State. You have to wonder how well he can run. You never know when a guy's going to lose it, and they could lose it in an instant. Slay originally suffered the injury in Week 5 of 2023, causing him to miss the following week. After the condition lingered, he finally elected for arthroscopic surgery ahead of Week 15, and he missed the rest of the regular season. He returned for the Eagles' wild card game against the Bucs before suffering a back injury. During 2024, Slay dealt with a number of injuries, including a knee, a groin, and an ankle sprain. Injuries could be a part of why he told NBC Sports Philadelphia that he intends to retire after the 2025 season. Since then, he was released by the Eagles and signed by the Steelers. We'll see if he can stay healthy next season, and if that has an impact on his decision to play again in 2026. Recently, ESPN reported teams are showing interest in trying to acquire Pittsburgh Steelers superstar pass rusher TJ Watt as he goes through a contract conflict with the team. The Steelers reportedly have no intention of trading Watt, but things can escalate if contract talks, which reportedly are not going well at all, continue to not progress as it gets closer to the season. It perhaps could get to the point of no return. We all remember what happened with Khalil Mack 7 years ago, another star pass rusher mired in a contract stalemate. If the Watt situations goes down the drain with the Steelers, the entire league will likely call the 412, expressing their interest. Watt, who turns 31 in October, is a premier NFL player. He has been an NFL Defensive Player of the Year and a 6-time first or second-team All-Pro pick. He has 108 sacks in 8 NFL seasons. So yes, interest would be high in Watt. If it gets to that point, would you like to see the Raiders make a big run at him? Could you imagine Watt and Crosby coming after the quarterback? Watt is still in his prime and has a good 5 seasons of dominance left. Pete Carroll could do wonders with him. Yes, it would be expensive both in trade cost and salary paid. But it would expedite the Raiders' contention window. How would you feel about a Watt push by Las Vegas? Despite being one of the most historically successful franchises, the Pittsburgh Steelers have lost their way. It's been a long time since they have tasted a playoff win, and former Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger thinks that getting back to their winning ways, when it really matters, is weighing on everyone in the building. Everybody's got to be feeling the no playoff win pressure, Roethlisberger said Tuesday on his Footballin' podcast. Okay, cool, we're over .500. Hope-de-doo now. As much as Mike Tomlin can act like that's not important, that is an important thing. It's not a bad thing, but winning a playoff game is more important. And obviously getting to a Super Bowl. I just think that the pressure is kind of being felt. Pittsburgh hasn't won a playoff game since beating the Kansas City Chiefs during the 2016 season. That was nearly a decade ago. Roethlisberger himself lost 4 straight playoff games, including ones to the New England Patriots, Jacksonville Jaguars, Cleveland Browns, and Chiefs. Things haven't gotten any better since he retired. Pittsburgh's managed to be even less competitive in the postseason with blowout losses to the Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens in back-to-back years. That playoff failure is something the Steelers hope is different this time around. Hence, an offseason full of dramatic changes. I think it's like, okay, we want to try and get one for some of these older guys on defense. I feel like there's got to be some pressure, and it's like, listen, we're all in, Roethlisberger said. We're DK Metcalf. We're Aaron Rodgers and Jalen Ramsey. After losing 6 consecutive playoff games, it's natural for a team to shake things up. Metcalf replaces George Pickens, whom the Steelers knew they couldn't count on going forward. Pittsburgh hopes Aaron Rodgers brings the experience, processing, and arm talent needed to take it to the next level in the playoffs. And the Steelers ditched Minkah Fitzpatrick, part of a secondary with communication issues last season, bringing in a more versatile defensive back in Jalen Ramsey. Will these additions actually pay off? Only time will tell. It's surely more than just a coincidence that the Steelers are making major changes after not winning a playoff game for nearly a decade. It may be naive to think they aren't truly feeling the pressure, as Roethlisberger suggests.